Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Warren Canonigo, and you're watching My Life Icons. So after 2 months, I am back, and this is a rare episode because it's still the second time that I have to interview and to present to you with pleasure, with delight, and with honor another ultimate teenage icon from Toledo City. And that is in the person of Jose Jeffrey Cabrera Jr., whom I fondly call Jeff. Hi!
Hello,
How are
hello.
you tonight?
Hi guys. How are you tonight? I'm doing great and I hope you're doing great too. So, welcome to the video.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff, for saying yes. This is long overdue. Been sending you private messages for the past 7 months. What was the reason why you just reached out to me? I believe just the other day.
So, probably the reason why I wasn't able to answer those messages you had few months ago is I think there's a lot of pending requests also with people and somehow I just completely ignore them. But I'm so sorry you were like part of them. But now I gave you a chance since you commented a like check on your DM and then yes, here we are. So thank you for inviting me again, and it's also my honor and I'm pleasure to be talking with you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No need to apologize because we are overwhelmed with excitement to talk to you. And although there are a lot of people I know who requested for this, but I am actually number one on the list. Even before I started shooting my first video, you are already in my mind. Because of course, you
Oh
brought a
really?
guitar. The very first time I saw you perform in a press conference was the day when you brought your guitar, and you, of course, you were on stage and then you sang a love song, but I forgot the song. But then again, we'll talk about your singing career later. Let's first talk about your being a campus journalist. So you were working on, or you were actually honing your campus photojournalism skills at that time. So what was the story? Who discovered
Yeah.
your potential as a photojournalist?
So in my third year being a high school student, I remembered my English teacher asking me if I could be a delegate for a photojournalism to an inter-school competition. So during that time, I didn't have a camera. Like I only borrow to my friends, especially DSLRs. But during that time, it's a requirement that a camera should be a point and shoot. So that time I showed it to my parents if they could buy me one for that specific event. So they said yes. So I had a new camera. Then I was brought to Toledo City and represent as ASNC's delegate for a photojournalist. And yeah, I was there. Yeah, I'm quite happy because
Mhm.
aside from my teacher discovering me as a potential in photography, I also like love photography as well. So I took the chance. I competed. I brought the name of my school. So it was a one-time big shot for me as a delegate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
congratulations. Since your representation was realized by appointment basis, did you have to study at night what photography is, what are the techniques of photographers, lighting and all? Did you have to do that before the competition?
Yeah. As far as I remembered, we had a workshop in school. Like our teacher, like our mentor brought us to the library and we were able to scan like photo books, like how to take good photos, like the composition, the camera angles. the type of shot.
You are actually very popular. You're a very noted questioner because during the talent showdown,
Thank
you
you.
went upstage, you brought your guitar with you, and you were so good. Like you serenaded the assemblage. Do you still remember the song that you sang? And that was the first time I was memorized by you, and I said, "This young journalist has a potential." And after that, I was stalking you. I was stalking you. I'm so sorry. And I was asking your neighbors and some of your friends to say, "How's Jeff now?" Ah, sir, it's just okay. Time will come and I will have a vlog. And he's at his right age already and he can talk a lot about so many things. So that's the right time and I would have to invite him. But I was just actually following you.
Thank you so much. That's fine.
So you couldn't remember
Talking is like
anymore. You couldn't anymore remember the song that you sang at that time during the press con talent showdown. No, you couldn't remember.
I couldn't remember na good because I was surprised getting how you brought it up to me at the very hour that I was singing there. Then bringing with my
Okay.
guitar like that. Perhaps of that. Thank you for that memory
Yeah.
because I kind of had like snippets down with the on my corner. I think I saw myself standing on the platform, kind doing a serenade or a song to the students out there. So thank you so much for remembering.
Yeah,
I
you're
will try
welcome.
to remember pag yun.
There, that is actually one of the two things that created a very good impression in me. One is the fact that you are a delegate from ASMS Lasal, you're a questioner, already means something. Already means that you're good. And another thing is you're have the skill for singing. You're also a performing artist. So I said you are definitely a learner who can really be successful in life because you have so many skills and you have so many talents. And I'm not actually wrong on that because right after high school graduation, you decided to enroll in a film school. What was the name of your film school?
The name of my film school was Film and Media Arts International Academy. Now it's already gone since the school had been gone and used as a quarantine facility during COVID pandemic.
Where
So
is it located?
sadly, in the old Ateneo Sacred Heart School in across Dole, like
Mhm.
in General Maximum Mango Avenue, Cebu City. So
Was that solely your decision?
actually, the first decision I had, or the opportunity I had before, the first ever choice I was gonna take is fly to Manila, study Bachelor of Arts in Photography in De La Salle College of St. Benilde, and then have my degree there. And unfortunately, I didn't push through because my parents was quite worried on my state if I will be there because I'm a family person. I think they don't have that time enough confidence for me to be alone. And I actually passed the entrance exam, so there wasn't a problem at all. It's just a go signal for my parents if they would allow me to, but I wasn't able to be there because of personal reasons, siguro, and that's a big factor in being dependent to my parents. During that time, I was, I think, 15 years old, pa, so we don't have any relatives in Manila, so that's why I didn't push through to Saint Benilde. So, and not Saint Benilde, but De La Salle College Saint Benilde, because it's an amazing school of arts on tap. So that was a decision to make, and I had the second option, which was another another type of diploma course, but not a 4 year degree. Like it's a TESDA accredited school, which was mentioned a while ago, the Film and Media Arts International Academy. It's a diploma course in filmmaking, and I was there. I was one of the pioneering students. I was the youngest student in the film school. that time because after high school, I didn't I didn't go to college. Most of the students there are like coming from college and
Like
then
second
they had
courses.
a degree na. Yeah, they're
Mm.
second coursers and kanang I was there after high school. It's just a decision to make since I really love film and media and photography as well. So photography is a subject in filmmaking. So it's just a win-win situation. If I go there, finish early, then have a job, do some freelancing, and
Before you
join some
continue, I have
productions
a
in the
question.
making.
Sorry to intervene. I have a question.
Yeah.
When you learned that you made history in the film school, in that film school, by being the youngest enrollee or youngest trainee, uh, did it change something in you? Were you more insecure, or you felt more proud, and it somehow made your self esteem higher? Was there a change in your perspective, knowing that you're the youngest?
There's actually there's a lot of pros and cons as being a young student in that school because the pros would be since I'm the youngest, the elderly ones are most likely to call me as a baby in the campus. So the attention was a lot and a lot cared for me there since I'm a crybaby. Like I had a lot of struggles, especially in the language, in the culture, in the exchange of opinions, and how I was able to keep up with the insecurities I had, especially language, because English was not really a forte. It's never been a specialty for me to speak English all the time since it's difficult when you get to face foreigners most of the entire day and I was just there. Sometimes I would completely just stand and listen to them talking and then I try my best to join with the conversation but then it's really hard because I was like a provincial boy who has zero zero knowledge with a lot of things in their age because most of them are my ates and kuyas and it's just a disadvantage because you get to be left hanging with a lot of conversation. But the good thing of mine is I'm being observant. I get to keep a lot of memories by observing. It's not just about the language. I think it's all about remembering their conversation, acknowledging their realizations, and then probably manifesting the things they have talked about because it's a film school and we have a lot of things to tackle the issues about politics, about religion, about gender, about the films, the genres, the dramas, and all the series we watch, and the type of the shows we're planning like that. So I think the it's amazing to just observe if I don't speak.
Mhm. After hearing all the aspects that you consider to be challenging in your life as a film school student, I still consider you very lucky because you're given a chance, an opportunity to be immersed in an environment where you could really improve your communication skills. And I'm sure the silver lining would be you became mature, more mature, and I'm sure you have learned a lot from your older colleagues, and I'm sure they also learned a lot from you. Congratulations. What was
Yes.
how supportive were your parents about your decision to enroll in a film school as a second choice or as a backup plan?
Luckily, I have supportive parents who has very unconditional ways on loving me in terms of what I want, what I need, and whatever decisions I make, they're always there. Like whatever I want, they would always support me. So that's the thing about my life. The kind of pressure I have is the pressure of privilege because my parents are always supportive. So the decisions I made was not hard at all, because in the first place, my parents are always there for me. So they kept on understanding, and up until now, they always understand the decisions I take.
Yeah. Let's say hi to your mom and dad. Hi.
Hello, mommy and papay.
Now I'd like to go back to that day when you had to undergo the very first screening. How did your admission to the film school go? I'm sure a lot of our subscribers and viewers would be interested to know what would be the admission process, the screening process.
They simply accept students as long as they have the documents that they had a diploma in high school. So the factor was it's a good entry, because I had all documents from my previous school, and I had a clear POR, and it was just super easy. They just asked me what I am passionate about, like a normal talking from the inquiry ba. So no entrance exam, just pay, just pay and go in.
Okay, if I'm understanding you correctly, let me go ahead and just give our viewers a rundown. So the first is you have to show, of course, official documents which will prove that you are a high school graduate, right? And at that time, a high school graduate would mean that you have finished, of course, from kindergarten to fourth year high school. That was before K to 12. As what you have said, you are a
Mhm.
member of the last batch
Yes,
of high schoolers who would adapt to the older
yes,
curriculum,
the
the one
last
older
batch.
than K to 12. So, okay, documents. And then after that, you had to be interviewed. How many times were you interviewed, if you could still remember?
If I could still remember, I was
Once
interviewed
only?
once.
Yeah, only once.
Actually, yes, only once.
Like, they
Like
should have.
after the inquiry and the discussion with what's gonna happen in film school, we just simply went to it, then said, go, let's enroll. The
So cheers
experience.
and congratulations to your achievement. I'm sure because I was following you on um, Facebook, and of course I have asked a lot of people about you. I'm sure you have put into good use what you have actually learned from the film school. So let's have a recollection of some of your memorable projects or undertakings as an amateur filmmaker. Can you just mention just the three biggest?
Okay. Perhaps the first one would be I completed my diploma course in filmmaking with a thesis film, and that thesis film was entitled Inahan, and I had actresses and actors in in our local setting, and I was able to bring that film, the short film, in Sinulog Film Festival, and I don't know which year was that, but it was one with it was a finalist in the Sinulog Film Festival. It's an annual celebration ba during kanang Sinulog gani nga there's a competition in filmmaking, like the documentary and the short films like that.
Who's with you?
Mommy.
It's nice to see you, Father. I'm glad that you're here in our parish, and I'm happy to know that your mom is okay. I should be thanking you for taking care of my mother. Babe, you know Father Dalton, right?
Yes, I've known him for such a long time already.
Good, that's good. It would be great, actually, if he could be the pre-celebrant for the wedding.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that sounds great. I mean, of course. Father, if you don't mind, our daughter's calling us.
had also one documentary with Archie. It's a kanang a person with disability. Kanang he had osteogenesis imperfecta, like a kanang he has an imbalanced bone structure. Looks like a if I were to kuana kanang put him into a kanang comparison to an animal, like iyahang murag certain body mura siya og crab na mag-ana yung feet food magsugat in between. So appeal po na sa akong documentary kanang nangala sad to ba, like sa akong documentary about pangala mga nangaayang mga og crabs, like gusto kay magkaon og kasag.
Good morning, letter.
Yes. Dapat ka, cemetery uma.
Salamat.
Hi, I'm Archie 32, Archie Kamanyan 32, representing Cebu! Abago, osteogenesis imperfecta, type 3. Okay. Ang ako kesa, bago nila ko sa kibuntis ko ni mama, si Papa,
Ganahan kay kung upalit og buhi nga lambay.
o crab. Every time magmerkado siya, o makita siya crab nga buhi, kaya ginapariton.
Sa di pa nakulutuon, duduaan,
Malingaw siya nga isod sa kaha sa lambay ko, no? Kuno istorya naman ko luglan. Ikapi sa init, pag kinatkatay sa kaha ang lambay, na slide man lang ba, di matkang-kang.
pwede na kung makatawan.
Kinana ba, so it's just a
Pangalan
belief
means
sa mga
craving.
inana.
Like, it's like
Craving ba?
similar to craving.
Oh, that's like one factor sa akong documentary why he had that body structure ba nga looks like a crab. So I brought that documentary film also to Sinulog Film Festival alongside with the thesis I had na entitled Inahan, and I think it was one of the few ones or like the first ever short film in English. So I think if I remembered, I got accepted like with that film that in English language, because most of the films there are in Bisaya man. So I think that's also a good highlight in Sinulog Film Festival nga they accepted a short film in an English language. So in for the record, I wasn't able to be in the grand finals, but not really grand finals, but everyone sa lineup, we were kuha naman considered as grand finalists. Like I was part of that kanang bracket nga to receive an award nana. But during that time, I was able to pass my films in Sinulog Film Festival. And aside from that, one of the milestones I did for film is kanang accepting the diploma with honors and joke.
Wow!
Ano, hindi ko honors. I had a joke baka like kanang, yo, kabalo ka sa akong school ba sa akong film kay Dean's Lister ko, and I'm like the second top dude kung ano man ang kitulor man me.
But still, it's still a difficult thing to
Dean's
do.
List niya,
So,
no.
still, it was still a great
But-
effort on your part. I'm proud of a great effort.
I mean,
still.
I think it's a milestone for
Very much for taking pride. You deserve to actually do that. I have just a few questions about your project. So I understand Inahan was your first film, a thesis film, which means it's a requirement for graduation. Am I correct?
yeah,
And it's
Inahan.
since it's a requirement for graduation, you produced it. You actually funded the film. Am I correct?
Yes.
And
Yes,
it's a
yes.
short
But
film.
before,
Oh,
actually,
yes. Mhm.
allow me to
Sure.
discuss also about thesis. Before thesis, we also had a baby thesis. It's like on the third term on our course. So I almost forgot that I also had a short film entitled Notice Me. It was being kanang showcased also in, which was that man siguro, basta somewhere in Visayas food. I don't know where was it, but it was starring with the Viner, Matt Lubid, and John Roa, kanang sikat ron nga
Yeah.
singer.
Yeah.
Yes, they were my friends way back sa paghimuan na nga kuan nga film. Notice Me, shot in my school, Del Sal ASMC. Like everything was shot in the school. Okay, it's a story of kuan man about high school gani teen romance
So it's
and
fiction.
about.
I mean, it's it's not documentary.
It's not documentary. It's a short
Okay.
film
How many
that's
minutes did it
being.
run? What's the running
I
time of
think
that?
if I'm accurate, but naa sa mga 8 to 13 minutes, inana
8 to 13 minutes. Okay.
13 minutes. Nasa ada nga mga time lang.
Okay.
But Notice Me was also one of the short films I had di ay nga kanang garnered two kanang awards. I think they pirated my short film and I think they had the revenues with it kay thousands naman to. The actors I had was like very famous on their time and like the Viners, mga singers and ano ba. So it was a very fun film to make and it was relevant to my time because I was the youngest and the story was not really that deep but shallow ra kayo ba like the patwitams like pakilig-kilig lang inana. So the film Notice Me was also one of the highlights I had. Thanks for allowing me to say it. Okay,
Yeah, of course.
I'm
And
very
I'm so
happy
happy
the
that you
friends I have.
mhm.
Okay,
You really
very
felt
kuan na
successful,
pud
right? With
successful na.
Notice Me.
Yes.
I hope yes, I
That
will. I will.
one, mga
I
short
look
films
forward to
na.
watching those films. So there's an element of family drama, and then there's sci-fi. There's a bit of fantasy. So wow, that's my kind of film actually, and psychological thriller too. Then you mentioned about the documentary, right? What you mentioned about
Yeah.
the documentary. How many minutes did your documentary run?
I think that's only mga 8 to 10 minutes
8 to 10
siguro.
minutes.
Sir,
Okay.
nasa mga nana, yes.
Wow. Thank you
Okay,
for
dugay
mentioning
na
some of the
maguto. It was
films.
way
How can we
2016
access, like, if
or
my
I don't know.
viewers or subscribers would be interested to access some of your films, how will we do that?
To be honest, my films are just in the storage area of my hard drives. Naaragid kept
So
there.
you can always sell them,
Like
or you can always
some
make
of
business
it.
arrangements. I'll give you a tip later. Okay, so
I
okay.
can if you're very curious to the films, I will allow a Google Drive which you guys can view. So I'll just comment down on the link below onto your channel so that you can view the films that I have. So ano na lang
That sounds
para pagbigyan
exciting.
ta mo.
We'll finalize the plan later.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
So
sir.
um and not only that, you're really a force of nature. Um one time I saw you posting something about a shooting, and then someone will just tell me the next day that you will be on Tawag ng Tanghalan. What the hell is going on? What's your, my goodness? Where did the TNT story begin? Where did it start?
See? So a little backstory about my journey in Tawag ng Tanghalan. Before Tawag ng Tanghalan, few years back, I used to audition from seasons 1, 2, 3 for a short list in the competition. And then, unfortunately, di jud ko nila mga callbacks. So, I was quite disappointed and nga mga feeling because it's a difficult time where maglinya ka and then you wait for your turn just to make to a cut nga from stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, then We were able to be documented na in preparatory for callbacks na. And those 1, 2, 3, maabot man jud ko sa pinaka-last na stage for callbacks, but I just don't get any at all. So after that one kay mura kog nag-hiatus in auditions kasi mura kog kanang kapuyan inana ba. It's a really tiresome for someone who has a dream nga kanagaling who really go for kanang long lines nga mo na, and then you get to suffer with the heat and just so tired waiting
The
for
heat
your
and the
time
hunger.
and
And
but
the
you know
pollution.
yes, like that. So
That's-
actually the time I had for my season na funny kayo kay I didn't audition at all. Like someone just called me for the season nga kanang Jeff, kanang nakasalang ka na ba? Kung nga wala pa sir. Kanang gusto mo? Kung nga saan sir? Tawag ng tanghalan. Kung nga oh sige, problema. Kung nga I went for it. So kanang it's just so kuan ba ka nagaling funny kay wala ko ni audition nga mao na nung time nga tawagan ko unlike atong those 3 consecutive years nga audition kay wala gid ba. I was like hopeless kayo to the opportunity gani. But I know there's something there, but and then came, so mo na nga I was able to join TNT. But aside from that, during the timeline manggod I just entered college from my architecture school, College of kanang architecture sa School of University of San Carlos. I was supposed to enroll architecture, but ang block section was napuno instantly kasi daghan kay mga incoming students, and I was one of the batch nga naawahi. So they gave me an opportunity nga I would still be able to enroll in that school, but a different course na. So they offered me interior design and landscape architecture. So mo to nga ni decide na lang kung not landscape, interior design, since it's closer to architecture because it's all about the house, the buildings and everything. Unlike sa landscape, more on outdoors gani. So I went for interior design, and then I completed the first semester, and timing, I was about to enroll the second semester. Opportunities came up with a passion related projects. Like actually it's not just Tawag ng Tanghalan. Star Magic called me for to be able to be part of the screening under mag-train sila og new talents for a boy group nga under influence on Korean group gani. Kabantay ka ng Korean pop sir nga
SB19.
kanang
SB19.
they are developing kana inana, but BGYO, if kakita mo na BGYO like under ABS-CBN sa Star Magic kay naana sila bag-o nga boy group nga kanang it was the batch I was in. ABS-CBN called me to be there in Manila and be part of the lists gani sa possible
For screening.
applicants.
For screening.
For the said group.
Mhm.
So it was like a major reason yun why I didn't like kuan pagid kayo kanang nasayangan ko because I enrolled myself to the second semester na of college, and you needed to pay the 12% man. I think 12%, 10% na sa ibang semester. So, nag-give up na lang to namo because mo open na unta ang second semester, but I decided na pud nga mo detour sa akong passion related. The second one was the Tawag ng Tanghalan. So since wala man ko sa Star Magic nga cut, naan ako sa Tawag ng Tanghalan. So during that time, I had the experience where I was able to fly to Manila under their supervision. Sa dormitory. Then we're able to meet the Mindanao contenders and also the Visayas contenders. And then we waited for my time. We had mga ensayos, mga training studio. We were able to practice our own songs. Then the time we were able to perform live, that's it. hapit ko na gong.
I want to talk about
So,
I want to talk about the song. I'm familiar with the song in terms of the artist. I know it's a Michael Buble hit, and it's a light-hearted song. And the title was, what was the title again?
everything.
It's not really something you would think to showcase your vocal prowess within a competition, but what gravitated you to choose that song?
Yeah, actually, you were not you were, but um, actually, we were told to write 10 songs in English and 10 songs in OPM, like Tagalog songs. So one thing's
Preferred
for
songs, your
sure,
preferred songs, your preferred.
yes, the preferred songs, yes. So everything was one on the first kanang lists in my English songs, but they are the one who will really choose the song. I'm happy nga they chose it as a song choice nga I could perform since I was quite comfortable with it. Okay, I sang it a lot of times in our family gatherings and in school and in serenading like
So
that.
it's a
So
go-to song.
it's a go-to song. Yeah. So kay kanang I was so confident naman to the song, but the thing is kanang maybe the reason why nagkalisod ko kay I couldn't hear my sound, my voice siguro pud kanang ang monitor na ko bahinay, and then the band on my left side is so loud, and then it's a different when you get to sing, you can hear yourself. It's balance, it's balance in the performing, and I find it kanang my thing good nga once nga I sing, then I hear my voice, I get to really know the key and the pitch and ana. Pero I didn't at the attainment in that kanang certain time I was performing kay more galisod ko og catch up sa ko ang tingog kay maramo kog nalubong ba, but I know sa live
You're the swimming pool on ocean. You're the perfect thing to say. And you play it hard, but it's got good. And when you smile at me, you know exactly what you do. Baby, don't pretend that you don't know it's true. Cause you can see you when I look at you. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. Your every line, your every word, your everything. You're a parasol, you're a wish well, and you light me up when you ring my bell. You're a mystery, you're from outer space, you're every minute on my everyday. And I can't believe, and then I'll come in and I get to kiss you, baby. That's because I can. However comes the way I will see it through, and you know that's what love can do. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you, you make me sing. Your every line, your every word, your everything. And in this crazy life, and through these crazy times, it's you make me sing. Your every line, your every word, your everything. Your every song that I sing along, 'cause you're my everything. La 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 la.
and like the ones hearing it kay, I think they could properly hear the balance and everything. It's just me struggling. They told me so nga ayaw na lang, wag na lang mag-wear ng eyeglasses para mas makita daw yung face. So a disadvantage for me with not wearing the eyeglasses is my poor eyesight. I couldn't see kanang the people good, like the faces of the people who's watching me properly, and kanang including the judges, it's really hard for me to see them. And ano, just so happened nga, I had a lot of flats na in my singing, and kanang they started the day kanang counting like one, two. Then the funny thing is food kay nakakita ko nga they had kanang mga kwana kanang on the monitor na ITV day on front of me nga kanang di man ko kakita og tarong. So if magong ko on three naman nga murag kuan nga violation gani kay tungod sa daghan nga mga problems during singing. So akong main problem is mga flats nako. So I got a lot of kanang flats sa akong singing ba.
let me intervene. Sorry. So while you were singing, you felt like you had really a problem. You were struggling to hit the notes. Was that it?
The reason why I was struggling is I couldn't hear my voice. It's a different thing man good when you perform nga mas maka hear ka sa mong voice properly, mas maka get ka og certain balance together with the band na mo synchronize ka with them ba. And kanang I was doing a version which akong gi-baritone gani, like ang first verse, then I was trying to go higher to the pitch, and ana I was being very I was doing experiments sa akong singing during that time. So perhaps nasa siguro kay mga ganang mga pan ba kanang not
Like
really
you've run-
regrets
Your rants.
mga parents sa tawag ng Tanghalan. So sila mismo de kay got so nervous na with the situation I had during the performance, including my mother and my sibling sa crowd. They were so nervous na about me being gong. Yeah, moto nga kanang I to be honest, I completely had kanang enough kanang time to really enjoy my performance regardless on the strikes I had. It's just me celebrating the music and kanang really acknowledging the experience I had with a live performance and being viewed on the national TV. So I had so much kanang exposure already, and kanang it's just so happy because after that one kanang my performance was kanang done. Then some of the artists kanang went to the stage with me. They interviewed me. Then I played with them. I danced with them like that. So everything was so surreal. It's
Experience really, and despite the complexity of your experience, you still deserve to have a universe like thank you for being one of the talented Toledonhons who placed to set Toledo City Cebu in the map of Tawag ng Tanghalan competition. Thank you very much to you and to the
you're
rest
welcome. Thank you so
of
much.
the Toledonhon.
Also,
Wow,
yes.
thank you. Thank you for representing our city.
Mm.
You know what? When we spoke this afternoon, I realized that you know what, I'm already callous because you have been surprising people, especially your fans like me. Because earlier you mentioned about taking care of some of your business, and I said, when would this young successful guy stop surprising people? So you know what? From now on, I would not be surprised if you will become an astronaut or the president of the Philippines in the future because you keep on doing new things. My God, Jeff. Okay, such
My way of life is just
inspiration.
unlocking new skills and like discovering new things in this life. So just so fun, man, good when you
Yeah.
get to indulge with different kanang kuan factors in the type of living na where you get to enjoy a lot gani. Okay, it's just complex to experience.
I'm curious to know one thing about your TNT experience. You said you have to list 10 English songs and 10 OPM songs, Tagalog songs, Filipino songs for the staff to choose from. And then, although you liked that Michael Buble hit, but if you were given a chance to choose the song that you would sing, what do you think your heart could have told you at that time?
So
You're such
it's
an
a
old soul.
very nice song because yes, it's a song like one of the classics, and
Yes.
then a lot of the Filipino
Iconic song.
fans of them
Yes.
relate to it. It's a very iconic song. So yeah,
Can you sing a
panalangin
few
ba Viking?
lines?
That would be sige. At wala nang ibang mas mahalaga sa tamis ng dulo. Pag-ibig nating dalawa at sana naman makikinig ka kapag aking sasabihin minamahal kita. Right. Just like that.
Thank you very much. Before we end the interview, I just have one wish to fulfill. I'm not a singer. I don't think I have that quality required of a singing star, but I wishing we could have an a cappella duet here in this episode. So what do you think of that song? Okay, so since you have to bear with me, I want you to call the shots. So what would be the song that we will have a duet with? Just a part of that song we will sing.
How about let's sing Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now
Nothing's gonna
by
stop us now.
Starships. But yeah,
Okay.
Jefferson Starship.
It's a good thing I'm familiar
Sige,
with the
wala.
song. The people have the lyrics
Chorus,
first.
chorus.
Let's just sing the chorus.
Sige,
Give
sige,
me a
sige.
sec. Just gonna Google the
Okay.
lyrics.
Right.
Okay. So let's just sing the chorus part.
Sige.
Oh my God, Jeff.
All right.
Thank you for making this dream come true. Okay.
You're welcome, sir. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. And we can build this dream together, standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna
stop us now.
stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Thank you. I'm so
Nice.
lucky. Jeff, so my
Nothing's
last
gonna
question before we close
Cool.
is, who do you think is an icon, or what do you think makes a person an icon?
What makes a person icon? Based on my knowledge towards icon is, I think, a representation siguro. Most of them are symbols you get to see on the streets, on your screen, or wherever you get to see kana galing murag show don't tell. Inaana man siguro ng icon. So for me, what represents an icon is, if you put it in a persona, it should be a good influence. If I'm an icon, I think showing a good influence to everyone is my icon, and it's just the right thing to do in this existence. It's the positivity. It's bringing the good vibes, and just displaying yourself and representing your own confidence, and just being true to yourself is my icon. So if there's a chance for me to represent an icon, that should be a good influence, because it's just what the world needs.
Exactly.
Good influence.
Someone who's popular and not notorious. And you are definitely, for me, and for million others, actually, you are an icon. Thank you very much for gracing the screen with me, gracing my vlog. I truly appreciate it. More power to you, Jeff, and I'll see you in the
You're
flesh
welcome, sir.
very soon. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching,
Goodbye, guys.
everyone.
Thank you. Have a great day.